Hello everyone, welcome back to One United. Thanks for joining us today. I'm gonna start with a sad news. I would say a sad news because if you ever known, Paul Pogba has been tested positive for coronavirus. He was supposed to join the French camp for the internationals, but when he did testing, apparently he was positive. So he will be do self quarantine around 10 to 14 days, and he will be tested again. So most likely, it's not most likely, I think he might miss, he will miss the start of the season. So we want to wish Paul all the best on his recoveries. Hopefully there will be nothing serious. Hopefully he will recover well and come back and play football and do the things that he loves, which is football. So let's pray for Paul. I know this might it's a really negative news considering all things that happened with United. No signings, with the Maguire case. I'm gonna update you guys on the Maguire case, and now Paul Pogba tested positive for COVID. Okay, let's just pray for him. Let's hope for the best. Nothing serious gonna happen to Paul Pogba. Okay, and since I'm talking about that, I'm gonna talk a bit about Maguire. So he has appeal for a retrial. So because of that, his appeal has been accepted, and this means based on a Greek judicial system, his current conviction will be dropped. So it means that he is no longer convicted of any criminal charges pending the retrial. And he even has conducted an interview with BBC, which I haven't have a chance to look yet. So once I have a look at that, I will give you guys more details about it. But apparently he was saying that he was saying that his family is not he and his family and his entourage is not guilty. Apparently they have been provoked, or these police that arrested them doesn't look like police, like maybe they don't wear any uniform, and they feel that they might be kidnapped by these people. So I'm gonna check out that video, that interview, and I'm gonna break it down to you guys what happened and what from Maguire's point of view. But another thing is that United has no plans to change captaincy at the moment, so Solskjaer will stick with Harry Maguire. So I think, looking at the trial, it is a bit fishy. If only four days they conclude and no witnesses called from Maguire's side, and the defense having almost no time to prepare at all. So it does look a bit fishy, and I'm happy that he have a chance to do the retrial and prove his side of the case. So I think we should all stick with him. He is one of our players as well. He's one of our player and our captain. So we should stick before the truth has been the truth comes out and any verdict has comes out. Because like I said, the previous trial, with such short of amount of days being conducted and no time for the defense to prepare, so I don't think that's a fair trial and it looks fishy. Okay, so that's on things that happening around Manchester United. Now let's move on to our main agenda, transfer news. Okay, about Sancho. Okay, this is definitely not from any social or tier 1 sources, but apparently United and Dortmund have agreed to put on hold an official announcement or statement. This is because Dortmund want to secure a replacement first. At this point, the most likely option is Depay. The word saying that it will be Depay, and this makes sense to me because the moment United or Dortmund officially announce or make a statement that this deal is done, Sancho will move to United, blah blah blah, 120 million euros. The moment that happens, and when Dortmund goes in to get a replacement, that the selling club, let's say in this case is Depay, right? So Leon certainly will play hardball with Dortmund, knowing that they already have the money from United. I think Dortmund themselves did this to Barcelona when they tried to purchase Dembele after Barcelona just sold Neymar. So I don't think Dortmund wants to get the taste of their own medicine. So it's only logical that they ask to hold any official announcement until they at least secure the fee with their selling club. So we just have to wait and see. This weekend I expect some more news or updates on this later today, at least in tonight in Malaysia time, Asian time. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna update you guys again if there's any updates. So that's on Sancho. So the game here is we have to be patient. I'm still confident it will happen. It will happen. Too big of a deal not to happen, because if United really wants to pull out, I think they were made an official statement by now that they're not going in, and the alternative might comes in. I think most of the alternative story at this point has just been media brief, negotiation tactics from United. So that's on Sancho. Announcement expected to be delayed a bit. Okay, now good news. Dean Henderson is staying, as I was expected, since Sheffield is bidding for Aaron Ramsdale. So I do say that I expect him to stay and fight for De Gea, and fight the number 1 spot with De Gea. So it looks like it's gonna happen. It's a massive contract, in excess of 100 plus pound per week. So with that, I'm gonna link it to another story that Romero might be used in a swap deal for Grealish. I think I've already mentioned that reported that in my previous videos. I think on I think last Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday. I'm gonna put the link here. Is it here? Yeah, I'm gonna put the link here. You wanna check out that video? Grealish out, Romero. I'm sorry, Romero out, Grealish in. I already reported that in my earlier videos. So it does make sense to me now. Since that Henderson is staying, as he's younger, and I think Solskjaer does see him as a long-term first choice goalkeeper at United. And another one, financially, if you look at financial wise, with this new Henderson contract, our goalkeeping department weekly wages is now almost up to 600k. So that is insane. So something gotta give. So someone got to go. So the most logical option would be Romero. So since, like I said, Romero is good enough to play in any Premier League team. I think he walk in any. Okay, maybe not walk, but he will be a really good really good option to fight for the first spot. Especially outside of the top 6 club, he will most definitely start. So him going out to Villa, where Villa is looking for a goalkeeper for next season, I think makes sense. And we can reduce Grealish price because of that, and Grealish comes in. If Grealish, we know Grealish wants to move. He has already stated that publicly, and Villa is willing to sell, just that they want a high price. But if we do the swap deal, then we may get a real good price for Grealish. And also they're saying that Villa wanted a fullback as well, so that's why Dalo's name has been mentioned as well in this deal. So we'll see what happens in the next few days, since that mainstream media has started to report this. So we know that since last week. So now mainstream media has started to report this, so there might be more movement from United since he has been out by mainstream media. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna update you guys again, maybe let's see, hopefully there's updates or more movement on this next week, because I expect Sancho deal will gain more traction this week, especially the weekend or early of the week. And after that, we'll see more stories on this Grealish deal. Okay, that's on Grealish and Henderson staying. Now Roma still pushing hard for. I'm sorry, where's that? Talk about Grealish is now, right? So Roma is pushing hard for Smalling. Still pushing hard for Smalling. I think I've reported that they have sent a bid, but apparently it might be rejected by United. So by United, and because of that, they are trying to send new bids. The words are saying, and like I said, I'm saying this deal to happen, I think, rather quickly, because Roma wanted Smalling, and with their new owner, they have the money, and they will push for this deal, since that they're really determined to get Smalling. And of course, we know Smalling wanted to move, so this might happen really quickly. So we're still waiting for new bids from Roma. I think United won around 20 million euros, and Roma just bid around 13 to 15. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Roma might structure the payment in terms of add-ons or installment, like what United are trying to do with Sancho. Okay, So that's on Roma. And again, we're still interested in Van de Beek, so to speak. But apparently, what's out here is that he might be second choice or the alternative for Grealish, because Grealish is, as we all know, is a bit pricey, with 75 million to 80 million pound price tag set by Villa. So Grealish might be second choice, since he costs half that, and he already publicly stated that he wanted to move to a Premier League club. So we'll see what happens again. But if we can get both, I'll be over the moon. No? I don't think it's that impossible that we can get both, considering if you can do the play swap deal with Grealish, and we will reduce our wages, we will reduce the price transfer fee for Grealish, and then we might have extra money. So because Van de Beek only costs 30 to 40 million, that's a really good deal, man. I think United should really seriously looking into the possibility of bringing both Grealish and Van de Beek into the squad. Yes, that would consider Matic is a year older now, so Van de Beek coming in might really improve that depth of the squad and that midfield. And Grealish, we can play in the midfield, he can play in the forward, really flexible. Even Van de Beek is really flexible. I think he can play across the midfield. Is a defensive midfielder, central midfielder, box to box, attacking midfielder. So I think that kind of flexibility that I'm really interested. I'm really looking forward to see. I think Solskjaer has the same mindset as well, which is why he's looking at all these players, players that can play more than one position at a very top level. Okay, that's on Van de Beek. I'd like to share with you guys one story. Okay, it's not about player, but it is regarding our transfer. So Beyond the Pitch podcast, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Beyond the Pitch podcast or follow them. So they criticized Man United in their podcast. So I think it's been quite vocal and quite public, is that until United feel the need to reply to them on their stance on transfer. So it's quite interesting, United have to reply, comes out and give an reply to this Beyond the Pitch podcast. So what they're saying is that, let me read to you guys. I'm just going to take the main points from that reply from Manchester United. Manchester United has been consistent in its position regarding recruitment since the start of the COVID crisis. The club points out that it remains committed to supporting the manager in strengthening the squad over long term, which has been said a lot of time. The club also points out that this summer's transfer window will not be business as usual because of the huge economic impact from the pandemic, both in terms of immediate loss of revenue and uncertainty over the long-term impact of the crisis. Another point of view is that these harsh economic realities means the club must be cautious this summer to ensure that the club preserves its strength to this difficult period. I really don't know what to make of this. I think I do understand the COVID impact on the economic point of view, but considering we're the richest club in the Premier League, one of the richest in the world, and considering I think almost all of the other Premier League teams has done their business, it's a bit of a joke for us not to be doing any business yet. Like I said, I'm still confident we're going to do business. I'm still confident we're going to get Sancho, we're going to get either Van de Beek or Grealish, and another centre back, at least 3 players. I'm confident we're going to at least 3 players, and I think at least 2. If we're lucky, we're going to get 3. So saying this kind of statement, comparing it with other clubs, what the other clubs are doing, at least getting transfer in and doing good businesses, it's a bit of a maybe embarrassing statement, I would say, because considering the revenue or the type of money that we bring in year out. So this might be another brief from United. United might see this as a chance to do another brief, saying like a bit of a negative brief or gray area brief. So before they eventually did a really good business and the fans, good, we do good business even though we are affected by the pandemic and blah blah whatnot. So I think this might be another brief. So I won't look too much into the seriousness of this. So that's my personal opinion, at least. Again, I'm confident we're gonna do some business, especially Sancho. I'm confident we're gonna get Sancho. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's video. So again, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel. Your support is really appreciated. And again, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. This is the period from today until Tuesday. Next Tuesday is this period where I think we'll see considerable movement, considerable updates on transfer from Manchester United. Hopefully it really happens that way, because if it doesn't, I don't know what to say anymore. Oh, another breaking news. I'm sorry I forgot to mention to you guys. Benoit Badiashille has been since he comes back from Dubai, he has to go for self quarantine for 14 days. So that might cause him to miss the start of the season. So that's not a bad news. And then Rashford has been injured, but it looks like it's a minor injury. He just needs some rest. And Brandon Williams has been injured, and with Shaw still 100% fit. So I'm quite worried with our defense. With Maguire's issue, Shaw's still getting back to fitness now. Brandon Williams is injured, so I'm quite worried with now Wan-Bissaka have to self-isolate and might miss out the start of the season. So I'm really concerned on our defense for the first game against Palace. So we'll see if how we're gonna deal with that, right? So thanks for joining me. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.